All right. So let's take a quick dive into the Infinito dungeon. Which I have heard from multiple people that this is a really cool, good dungeon. I remember it being cool. I have a very, like, disconnected memory. Like, I don't remember what happened before or after, but I specifically remember doing part of this dungeon with the mascot. I remember being the mascot sphere. Thank you for reminding me that I didn't pause the alerts. But it was very fitting. Yeah, I have a strange memory of me doing the Infinito dungeon as the mascot characters, and I think I remember just kind of like blasting everything because that dress sphere is really strong. Which, by the way, if you don't know what the mascot is, it's the one where they're all giant, goofy mascots. I think Riku's a Moogle. I don't remember what Yuna and Pain are. Yuna's a Tonberry, I think. Or Pain's a Tonberry. So, and that's where the thumbnail comes from. Me in the Moogle costume.
Where?
Oh, that's right. Riku's Kate Sith. And I'm Kate Sith in the thumbnail. Yuna's the Moogle. And Pain's the Tonberry. It's the, so... Can I go down there? I'm just gonna try to blast through this as quick as I can to get to the good stuff. Also, I think I'm gonna just put Riku in Dark Knight. And I don't know what to give you. Maybe I'll leave you with the fairy earrings, just in case. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna darkness spam. And I'll leave Yuna on White Mage. And then, does the no encounters thing even work down here? I know it doesn't work against the enemies that are, like, physically in the dungeon, but... see if it works against the regular random encounters. Oh. I forgot. Those are the exits. Excuse me, sir. No, it doesn't.
My pain is your pain. All right.
So I'll just leave you with the crystal. Meh. So these first, like, 10 floors tend to just be nothing. Just a bunch of one-shot enemies.
Bring it, punk.
These enemies, like, even a regular attack one-shots them for some reason. I mean, I guess the whole gimmick is, like, it gets harder as you go, so they just start at the first floors with, like, super easy enemies. But yeah, like, I could just whack them. Wow, she did a lot of damage. Wow, she did a lot of damage. Wow. I don't know why. Oh, is it because of the accessory she has? For some reason, Riku gets first turn even if we get ambushed. I think it's the haste accessory we have. Yeah. Oh boy, we got this right away. Oh, I was gonna ask, so the whole gimmick with that enemy is if you don't dodge that, that enemy is like super crazy powerful and one-shots you. The boss in the final dungeon, that was the same thing. That like punished you. I hear another one. Camera? Camera? Okay. The boss in the final dungeon that did the same thing, can you refight him once you do the puzzle? Or is he like gone forever? Because once you do the puzzle, you can walk past without triggering him, but I wonder if there's another way to trigger him. Oh, that sucks. So I can't go back and fight him now. Unless I new game. How does New Game Plus work, by the way? Like, specifically, does it actually... Do you start on level 50? Or whatever level you're on? And are all the enemies harder? Or is it just like, now you can do the story again and all the enemies are the same? Dark Nut has like super crit chance. There's no enemy scaling. That's pretty interesting. For a game that's all about post-game, that's kind of lame. That's an enemy. Boris!
Sorry, we got to.
Well, that's the first boss, isn't it? Oh. He's dead. They just dropped the first boss in here without changing his stats at all. sad. That's sad. They couldn't just like double the stats of all the enemies or something, so at least there's a reason to power up and then go to New Game Plus. Instead it's specifically only just to help you get 100%. And maybe if you're low level for the post-game bosses, you could do the game again and then have a better chance at the post-game bosses. Pretty lame. Yo, what's up, Oxy? Thank you very much for the 13. Hornless.
Leave it to me.
What is with Riku's really silly hat? I mean, Pain's is kind of silly too, but Riku's is like really goofy. No tree. Oversoul. Hey, that is not a silly hat. It's a really cool hat. It's Harry Potter in the really cool hat. It's part of the lore.
You okay? Easy as pie.
It does look like kind of a hot hat.
I'm on a roll.
Boris. These two Rodans look like husband and wife. It's gotta be the stupidest quote we have. Can I defeat this Tomberry and just jump down? Would that make this quicker? What? Oh yeah, just skip me to the end. Easy money. So these first 10 floors are just a repeat of the same thing over and over. Like there's 3 different layouts, you just get one of the 3. And you just go. Not very impressed so far. Surely it won't just be this the whole time though. I don't know. Hey look, machine gun snake. It's been a while, how you been?
Sorry we had to win.
I'm not.
One of the only unique enemies in this game, and it's like only at the beginning and then it's forgot about. This is different.
Nice work.
I like. Wow. Riku got a bit too high there. Nice work. No, it's 100 floors. Uh-oh. Big dragon.
It's a wrap.
Do I have to fight this, I guess? Hello. He's dead. Epic job. How's it going, Matt? Hope you had a great week, man. I know you've been pretty busy this week.
Effortless.
It's pretty amazing how you really just spam Snakeboat in my chat, and I still somehow miss you so much. How do you do that? Must be a pretty cool dude. It's effortless. How is this man so likable that he can spam Snakeboat? Still love him. Must be a wizard. So,
Child's play.
I like the idea of seeing all these old enemies again. Like, having them not even scaled up. It's just like, hey, here's the enemies you fought at the beginning of the game. Now you one-shot them. It's kind of cool. Like, especially the bosses, to see, like, Boris again
Bring
and
it,
one-shot
punk.
him. But just one-shotting things for the first 10 floors is a bit much. But also it's kind of ruined by the fact that these are still Final Fantasy X enemies. So I fought these enemies in Final Fantasy X, then I fought them in 10-2, and now I'm fighting them a third time in this cloister. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of ruined by that. Otherwise, I like the idea. But like, I'm kind of done reminiscing about these enemies. I'm not like, oh man, remember that enemy? Except Boris, because Boris was new. But it's not like I'm
That's it?
getting a nostalgia trip from seeing these enemies from the beginning of the game. It's like, oh no, I've seen them the whole game. And the whole last one. Don't really need to see them again.
Give me a Y! Give me an R!
Give me a break.
Okay, I like that. Except, it doesn't really fit because in the cutscenes, she always does the P. It's not like she dislikes it because she does it all the time. She's all about it in the cutscenes. Pain is a completely different character in the cutscenes than she is. What if I could just skip it? Cool. Holy crap, that damage! I don't know about redeem. Redeem is a powerful word, but it's been fun. We came up with a strat that works on the desert boss, which was cool, but it would just take a bit too long. And now we're checking out this dungeon, which I've heard from many people is very good. So. I'll be the judge of that.
Thank
It
you.
didn't get
Come
worse,
again.
put it that way. It does have minigun snakes. The best enemy.
Leave it to me.
Oh, we did leave it to her. Remember when you fought that thing for the first time in Besaid in Final Fantasy X and it was like, oh my god, is that a boss? And Waka was like, let's see how Yuna can do. Let's check out that Aeon.
I'm on a roll.
How are you floating?
This hurts me almost as much as it hurts you.
Look at it.
That's it?
Look at that thing float. It's a magic game, okay? Magic things happen in magic games.
My pain is your pain.
Nano machine.
It's a wrap.
Cloister of Trials? No. Cloister of Trials has no enemies in it, and you put spheres in holes. This is just a walk forward and fight enemies. There are no orbs, but there are still holes. So, we're almost at floor 20 and things still haven't really changed. Starting to get worried. Did you say floor 20 or 420? Yeah, the floors take like 2 seconds. So yeah, I just did another floor. Some of them take longer than others, though. This one is just one room. Well, most of them are one room, but this is literally just walk forward, take a left, you're done. Hey, look, it's the robots.
All right.
Oh my god. I might have done some voodoo magic there. Oh, that's new. It's gonna die in one hit, but it's new.
Go ahead.
Oh my god. Hey, man. If we get to floor 21, and I'm still seeing the same stuff, I'm gonna be worried. Pet friend, how you doing?
Yeah.
Ah! Floor 20's gotta be something special, right? crouton berries. Whoa! How goes X-2? Pretty cool. We figured out a strat that works on the desert boss. We're checking out this dungeon now. So just checking out the post game. So far it's been alright. If you enjoy the combat of this game, I think this post game is pretty nice to use what you've learned. I think the desert boss is definitely well designed. It's a cool fight. Just maybe a bit too much HP because I can beat him, but I can't beat him in a reasonable amount of time unless I grind. Like if I were to grind to the point where I could do enough damage to beat him in less than 30 minutes, then I'd also be like way too strong. Like I wouldn't really fear dying. Oh my god, that thing didn't get one shot. You know what I mean? Like, it should be a nice balance where if you can barely beat him, you can beat him in a reasonable amount of time. Not like you have to grind to the point where he can't beat you to also not take forever to kill him. Does that make sense? But, whatever, he's a post-game boss. Post-game bosses have a lot of HP. Also, he might have, like, more... He might get, like, more attacks when he gets low health. Like, it might change. Okay, here we go. Something changed. What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? Who knows? See you yet. Thanks for the alert. Thanks for all the support. I'm glad you like it, Snipes. That makes me happy. Is that freaking Keenock?
Maester Keenock.
I am a zombie.
He's unsent?
He was unsent before he got unsent. Riku. You stupid. Oh my god, he threw Boris at us. Soft shell? Yeah, watch your numbers, please. It's good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Good lord, that damage. You're all good. Don't worry about it. He ate me. Wish I had a way to buff pain without having to go over to Samurai. Sounds like I'm playing frickin' Space Invaders. During that attack.
The wandering unsent.
You think there are more in here?
Ow.
Probably.
I think we should go home now.
Let's ease their pain. You're going? Mm-hmm.
I knew it.
You're going? I expected that to be an easier boss fight since it's the first one.
I'm glad you're all right.
And the fights
You're
get
not
harder
mad.
as you go.
Mad.
I kept you from dying.
You can owe me one. Why did you follow us?
I want to know what it was you all saw back there.
Why are you recording us?
Problem is we
That's my
don't
next
know.
question.
We'll figure it out one of these days. We'll tell you then.
Well, the Maester's not going to be pleased when he finds out we're still alive. Moving as a group is too risky.
Want to split up? That would be wise.
Your work's done. Why are you still recording?
Good point. So what was that about?
One for old time's sake.
If Payne is so, like, into recording things, why doesn't she ever record anything during our journey?
Newt!
Why did he...
I said your work's done.
That's very strange. Like, they walked... He waited so long to, like, turn around and shoot him, and then he was, like, running forward as he was shooting. He could have just... As soon as they turned around, just bam. I don't know why he, like, started walking. And I don't know why... What was the part, like, when she said, I saved you? My bad. Why did News want to die?
My pain is your pain.
That was an interesting story tidbit. Too bad it's in this dungeon. And not during the game. But yeah, I see where people were saying, like, post-game will help you learn the story.
I'm on a roll.
Well, you know, like I said, for me, the regular casual story needs to grab me before I care to delve that deep. At this point, I really couldn't care less about the characters, so if I learn more about Payne, it's like, great. I don't care. This is new. Yeah, like, at this point, I mean, that's the thing, though. If you played the game and you did enjoy the story, then yeah, this would be like a really cool additional backstory. I mean, Payne should have had more backstory in the main game because she had next to none. We missed some, but still. You're not... I don't think this was intended to be done before finishing the game. This is like the post-game dungeon, so this doesn't really count. I know there was some that I did miss that you could have gotten throughout the normal story, but... Yeah, it's just more of a... Are you okay with the casual story not really saying much and then having to explore everything to really get it? Some people are. I am kind of okay with that if the story is gripping enough. Like, even if I miss a lot of details, if I'm still interested, then I'm okay with missing some until post-game. When I pretty much hated every single cutscene for the entire game up to this point. Getting some interesting tidbits now isn't gonna blow my mind.
I got this.
Some of them are.
I want to fight too.
But that's the thing with this game, is that you can miss so much stuff and it's not your fault. It's not like if I had taken longer and searched areas more, I would have gotten 100%. There's certain things that you just miss because you missed it. You said the wrong thing to the wrong person and now you missed it. So... yeah. Uh-oh. That's new. I'd fight that. Strong. Oh no. Well. Here's the end of our journey. Go to sleep. I tried. So there's probably like a puzzle you have to do to avoid him, I guess. Give it one more shot. I kind of want to get to 40. See what Catnip is. Also have to be more careful. And we gotta kill Boris's brother again. But yeah, you know, it's like I said before. If you really attach to this game, then I could see how these extra cutscenes and stuff would actually be really cool. But I did not. I hated pretty much everything about the main game. Like, I couldn't get past the obviously botched storytelling and animations and just the horrible characters, whether it be brother trying to get with his cousin, Shinra just being Shinra, Riku and Yuna being not themselves. None of it vibed with me at all. Well, we've been over that already. I need to go and do it again. Pick it up. I tend to talk about what's happening currently because it's a Let's Play and I just want something to talk about. And I also tend to reiterate myself because different people are watching at different times. But I need to be a bit better about saying the same thing too much and then it sounds like I'm whining. When really I'm just saying it again because there's new people around and they're asking the questions, so I'm like reiterating.
That's it?
That's kind of the disconnect between Twitch and YouTube. It's like people are used to that on Twitch because they know new people are watching, but for a YouTube series, you don't expect people to repeat themselves so much because people should be watching the episodes in order. Do they know? But they should be. So like, for example, the question that Mavic just asked, I talked about that for like 45 minutes earlier. So now if I say it again, it's going to sound like I'm being, like, pedantic about it. But I should answer it, because he asked, and you know, I don't mind answering it again. But for the Let's Play audience, it's like, we already listened to this. Maybe I need to just be better about... I can repeat myself, but at the same time, not go into a big talk spree every time, you know? Just something I can work on.
Effortless.
But anyways, to answer your question, I think this game would be pretty interesting in a vacuum if you didn't play 10. Because all the repetitive nature of it, and everything being copied from 10, and all the ways that the characters randomly change into new characters wouldn't affect you, and you could just enjoy it for what it is. And I think you'd have a much better time. There are certain things that would be really wild, though, like Blitzball. It'd be like, what the heck is this? Because they don't explain it. It would just be a bunch of triangles. And you would have no idea why. Final Fantasy 13 I loved the first time I played it, but since then I tried to play it once and I couldn't get into it. I'm not really sure how I'm going to feel about it during Fantathon. Nah, I mean, something like that. I think people watching on YouTube understand the way that Twitch works, and when people ask questions and I say, oh, check out the Fantathon page, that's just because it's a new viewer, you know? Like, I think they understand that. And, I mean, answering questions I think is fine. I was more talking about, like, you know, let's say I go into a dungeon and the enemies are repeated from Final Fantasy X. And I say, guys, all the enemies in this dungeon are just repeats from 10. Isn't that lame? And then I go into the next dungeon, and it happens again. I tend to always repeat that fact, because I need something to talk about. And, you know, I'm noticing it. And I know that new people are watching, so I repeat myself. But as someone that's been here for the whole time, or someone watching on YouTube, watching the episodes in order, it can come across as me being whiny. Like, oh my god, every single dungeon he walks into, he complains about how it's a repeat. And that's fair. Like, that's a fair assessment. It does come across as, like, whiny if I'm saying the same thing over and over. Like, I get that. So I think that maybe I need to do a better job of maybe just saying, I said this before, but, or to reiterate this point, for any new people, just, you know.
No problem.
I mean, when it comes to this game, I was very negative throughout my playthrough, but that's because I disliked a lot of stuff. And it's a Let's Play, so I'm gonna talk about it. So, like, there was a very small subset of people that said, like, you're being too negative. But I think that it was more of just, there was a lot I disliked. And, you know, I'm just giving my opinion. But I don't know. Here's the thing. I wouldn't be bothered by those comments if I didn't feel like there was at least a part of truth to it, right? And I think there is a part of truth to that. I think I could be better at kind of just letting the audience know that I'm repeating myself, maybe. Now, I think I did a pretty good job throughout this playthrough weighing the good and the bad. I don't think I was just constantly negative. Like, when there was something I liked, I said it. There was just a lot I didn't like. So it just... there was a lot of negative because there was a lot I didn't like. I think that's fair. I don't think I should sugarcoat things. I don't think anyone is here to hear me sugarcoat. If you are, then you're in the wrong place, because I'm just honest here.
That's it?
So I'm not going to sugarcoat things. Just because I know there's people out there that like this game, I'm not going to change my opinion or sugarcoat my opinion and be like, you know... Okay, so how do we do this? So, yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be honest, but I just think that maybe that's just something I could work on, is trying to let people know, like, hey, I'm not trying to be pedantic here, I'm just, you know, this is something that I'm noticing throughout the playthrough. Alright, yeah, I bet you press these buttons and then it... Ooh. I really wish that these enemies that you're supposed to avoid were more obvious. Because we fought enemies that look like that don't one-shot you. So you just kind of have to know, like, oh, that's the one that one-shots you. You know? It's not even like a special color or anything, it's just the regular red dragon enemy. You just have to know dragons in this dungeon equal bad. But only the dragons that are on the field. If you fight one randomly, it's fine. Like, I feel like they could have... better. Hey, how's it going, DNA? It's really nice having the Dark Knights just have stone proof. I don't have to worry about that. I'm very much enjoying playing the game with everyone. The game itself, sorry. This is definitely the most fun I've had playing the game. It's this post-game stuff. Having said that, this dungeon isn't blowing me away. The enemies are starting to get harder, but I'm still going through the same exact rooms, and we're 30 floors in. Not sure where the part comes in where everyone's like, this dungeon's amazing. My favorite dungeon of all time. Maybe I should ask the person that said that if they're still here. Why is this dungeon your favorite dungeon of all time? I thought they would, like, change the tomberries at some point, too, but I'm still fighting the tomberries that die in 3 hits and do no damage. I don't know what that's about. Oh, wait. They're stronger now, they take 4 hits. They still do 100 damage, but they take 4 hits. Gameplay. Evil. Oh god, the Stranger of Paradise tomberries. They were awful. Hey, look.
Let's do it.
He's dead. I don't link the Fantathon page on my YouTube description. Sure about that? wonder if I did it at the start and then forgot. I mean, I linked the website, so... Not every time? What do you mean? All the episodes have the same description. Oh. Resident Evil. I mean, regardless, I linked the main website. And they don't really need the Fantathon page. They're just watching one Let's Play at a time. It's more of when people ask, like, what's coming. Page helps with that.
Nice work!
Yeah, good shout. Maybe I should, make sure it's in the description of each one. Just because, why not? Yeah, I should do that. Good shout. What the? What? What is the game doing?
Whack you good!
Someone help. It's like she's trying to jump up that one when I go to this one. That was wild. Okay. Uh-oh. This guy ain't playing around. Darkness goes through defense, though. When you climb on the boxes, it's a button. I guess they didn't want to program a button, so instead the screen just flashes. It seems like the idea was supposed to be you climb up on it and then it, like, goes down, like a button. And they just didn't do that. Because it's like a couple blocks that are higher up. Like, it's indent. You would think it would go down so that it's even with the rest of the floor, like a button. But I guess they didn't want to do that. So instead it just flashes white. And then once you hit all of them, they disappear. Sometimes. Other times they don't. What are we at? 31? Yeah, it does make it hard to keep track of the ones you've hit, like when I was doing that other secret. I hit the left one, not the right one, and there's no way to tell. But, you know, video games. Oh, this guy's got some health. So seeing as
So
though
what's
we're only on floor 30 of 100, I would have to imagine that it would get to the point where we would have to grind to finish this dungeon. Just feel. If the entire dungeon is just this, I mean, I'm guessing every time you go up 20 floors, it adds 1 or 2 different types of floor. But it's all still the same. You're just walking forward in the same exact tunnels and hitting buttons. So you're really just here for the battles that slowly get stronger. So, I mean, that's cool, but... Favorite dungeon ever? I don't know. I remember it being better than this. This is kind of lame. I like the fights, though. I like the slowly getting harder fights. Other than the fact that the first 20 were kind of a waste of time. Actually, more like the first 40, because these fights are easy, too. How's it going, Craggle? Wait, first class edition is going for 80 bucks? No way. That would be the soldier edition, surely. Or the deluxe edition, which is basically nothing. The deluxe edition just gets you what you get in the PS5 version now.
Duck soup!
Duck what?
Duck suit. I still don't know why she says that. That must be one of those advanced war things that I missed.
Effortless.
We're up to level 60. Yes, first class is the one with the cloud figure. Which is not available anymore. It was, what, $300 on release? Starting to get some nice XP. I mean, I don't know if this is, because your conversation kind of went all over the place, but
Too easy.
if you bought the first class edition and you weren't happy with your money purchase, you were scammed. So I don't know, I mean, I didn't even buy that one. I am the Final Fantasy VII guy, and I bought a physical copy and a digital copy of the game. I still didn't buy that edition.
Leave it
Because
to
it was
me.
a scam. Go, let's go, Marsh.
There's enough pain to go around.
Now those that did buy it, a lot of them were happy with it. I'm not saying you can't buy it. You surely can if you want that figure. We talked about this when the game came out, but you know, first editions or special editions or limited editions or whatever of any media, books, video games, movies, whatever.
I guess there's no choice.
The value is strictly based on what your own personal preference is.
All according to plan.
If you think that it's worth that much money, then it is. No one can tell you otherwise. No one can tell you you wasted your money. It's your money, you can spend it however you want. If it makes you happy, it makes you happy. For me, it was too much. It was a scam. For me. The figure is not worth nearly that much, and that's all you got different from the one that was 100. But if the soldier, if the cloud figure is worth $200 to you, then it's worth $200 to you. No one can tell you otherwise. The value is what you put into it yourself. That is a Kingdom Hearts art book, actually. Really nice one. It's a Christmas gift I got like 2 years ago. We're going to be talking Kingdom Hearts right after 10-2 today. We're going to be doing a tier list. We've been doing... I don't do like tier list videos, because that's like stupid and clickbaity. But for the Patreon and for Twitch, we've been doing tier lists of the marathons, because I did a Crash Marathon, a Spyro Marathon, and a Kingdom Hearts Marathon, and then this was the 4th marathon we've done. And we did a tier list of Crashathon and Spyroathon, so now we have to do a tier list for Kingdom Heartsathon. Tier all the games. Which is going to be funny, because putting the Kingdom Hearts games in a list is impossible. Because it's very much like Final Fantasy, where people will tell you Final Fantasy VIII is the best game in the series, and other people will tell you it's the worst game in the series. So trying to unbiasedly put them in a list is nearly impossible. But that's what'll make it fun. Spoilers? There won't be any spoilers. I'll be sure to not give any spoilers. I'll just talk about them in general terms. Unless you don't want to know how good they are until you play them. Oh, you're impressionist.
Let's do it! It hurts me almost as much as it hurts you!
It's not just 8, it's all the games. Like I've said many times, if I were to tell everyone here to give me their top Final Fantasy games in a list, every list would be different. A lot of it has to do with nostalgia, a lot of it has to do with just what people look for in a game. A lot of people, it has to do with which ones they played when. You know, it's just so different. And then, on top of that, the games are just very different, so they end up being pretty divisive. But that's what makes the series interesting. It wouldn't be interesting if I just played them all and said, these are great.
I'm not.
You know? That's why I wanted to do Fantathon in the first place. Hear everyone's opinions. Play the games that I don't like and hear all the opinions as to why people do like them. And play the ones that I like and hear all the opinions of people that don't like them.
Piece of cake!
And get a better understanding of everyone's thoughts. That's why I love reading the YouTube comments that are respectfully opposite of mine. It's great to hear what people think.
Bye.
Now, the people that can't respect my opinion on the game, that's unfortunate. But what are you gonna do? It's the internet. They're allowed to hate every Final Fantasy except X-2, but I'm not allowed to hate X-2. You know, they're allowed to hate 13 and 14 and 11 and 10, but I'm not allowed to dislike the one. Hate is too big of a word. Dislike the ones that I dislike. It do be the internet sometimes. Stranger in Paradise story is the best they've ever experienced. That's a take. That is definitely a take. Maybe he just really likes chaos. Like every single time someone says the word chaos, it just gets them all hot and bothered. And that game just says chaos so much. Just couldn't control himself. He was like 2 minutes in, he was like, I swear if they say chaos one more time, this is my favorite game of all time. Oh, I like the idea of Stranger in Paradise too. I mean, I was the first person to say, like, if they do a side-to-side remake of all the games, where, like, they take the story from the games but tell them in a different way, or, like, you know, just some kind of, like, unique spin on each game. Wow, he's
Bring
really,
it, punk.
really high up there. Can still hit him, though. Like, I would love that idea. Like, take the world of one, but it's a different party that goes through it. Or take the world of 6 and, like, tell it from a different... Oh, now there's 2 dragons. Wow, they really thought of it. They really thought of everything. Remember before when there wasn't a dragon there? Now there's a dragon there. Gameplay. Tell 6's story from, like, a different perspective, or maybe from a different time, maybe the war before 6 starts, or tell it but have something different happen, have it be a alternate timeline where different things happen. You know, that could be interesting. So I liked the idea of Stranger in Paradise. I didn't throw it out the window right off the bat. I was like, no, I like this idea. Let's see where they go with it. But then 90% of the game was him saying chaos, so it kind of lost its appeal. And the ending was cool, but after 20 hours of him saying chaos, I was kind of over it. And then the DLC was them standing in a room, so yeah, kind of lost me. It definitely had potential though, it still does. This kills me, I'll be mad. How bad is the Bahamut difficulty? Bad. I mean, it's a cool idea, but there's nothing new. You just play the same fight, you do the same missions again. The new stuff that is there is good, but there's very little of it. It's mostly playing the same missions again. One of the boss fights they added, one of 2 boss fights they added, is my favorite boss in the game. That's not saying much when
Hi
they
there.
only added 2 bosses.
Alright!
Yep. This is the last you'll see of X-2 until we do it for Trophy Quest. I just wanted to get the 440, and we're gonna be done. We're almost there. Thank God. Wow, tell me how you really feel. It's always really sad to hear when people say, like, yeah, I skipped this series. But I understand it. It's just, you know, hard to hear as a content creator that people only want to watch specific things and don't want to just watch because you're doing it. But that's fair. Not everyone likes to watch bad games. Some people only watch for the bad games. Other people don't want to watch bad games. So it's like, you know, weird. I know you didn't, but some people did. It was just what you said reminded me of it. I wasn't talking about you. But yeah, like, it's completely understandable. I mean, I have to put myself in the shoes of the viewer as well. Like, if I was watching a content creator, and, like, every content creator I watch, there's a specific series of them that I probably wasn't interested in. You know what I mean? So it's unfair of me to expect everyone to watch every single thing of mine just because I'm doing it. Like, there will be things that I do that you're not interested in. That's fair. Can't take that stuff personally. Not everyone is gonna watch my world record run of Puzzle Star Suite just because they like me. You know. Yo, System, thank you for the 13-month primer. And Bryce, thank you so much for the 856, by the way. I saw it and then forgot to say thanks. Thank you so much, man. You put the bit counter at exactly 9s. I love it. But yeah, having said that, seems like the majority of people were like, yeah, one more week of this is good. Like, you know, I've seen enough. I agree. Without actually doing 100%, there's no reason to do this stuff. Just seeing it and how it works is enough. I wouldn't feel bad. Like I said, it's just part of content creation. It's just one of those things. Some things you're just not interested in. If I did a podcast, not every single person here would listen to it because some people don't like podcasts. It has no effect on their opinion of me. It's just some people don't like podcasts, you know. So, yo, think about 100-bit soft shell. Yep, next week we start 11. Which is going to be very interesting, to say the least. Oh my god, Asami! Ooh, it's an elemental. Ooh, it hurts. Ooh, I cast haste on it. Maybe that's a blessing in disguise. Oh my god, look at it go. Will I just let it stay in haste so it can keep reflecting off me? Does this fight really just cast Reflect Wind? Oh my god, I do no damage. I have a feeling this fight is cast Reflect Wind. Oh my god, I won. Okay, who said this was their favorite dungeon? Oh no. Moon Bracer. Shining Bracer. Speed Bracer. Recovery Bracer. Catnip. Oh my god, I got 6 accessories from that. Okay, so first of all, I got Tetra Gloves, which are kind of weird. Then we got the Shining Bracer, Constant Protect. Speed Bracer, Constant Haste, and user can cast Hastega. Well, you're getting that. And then we have Catnip, a seemingly ordinary jewel, but when the going gets tough. SOS question marks. Isn't there another one I got? I must already had one. Yeah, Moon Bracer. Bracer. So... do we go try? We go try it out? I'm gonna try it out, okay? What do I even do it with? Do I do it with Dark Nut? Or do I do it with, like, Lady Luck? Or Gunner. Because from what chat has said, it sounds like it just auto-9s. But, like, would it work with dice? I didn't ruin the surprise, chat ruined the surprise. Yeah, I kind of want to try it. Maybe I'll just... Oh. Maybe I'll just... Oh, she doesn't even need it, she has Confused Move. just keep it on Yuna. If Riku gets confused, then she gets confused. Oh, now they give it a hotspot. The kindergartners are going to class. Be sure to help them on their way and pack their lunches. Going over the 4 hours, boys, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. I kind of figured that would happen, just because I wanted to for sure be done today. Bana 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 ba bana ba bana 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 ba bana ba ba. Who?
Oh, is a kind winarana.
Oh.
Van a husidler von Drek Fiend.
Fiend.
She says they're no match.
We've got company.
Should probably take Yuna off White Mage.
Everyone, be careful.
I keep Riku and yell at him. Bella, 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 Bella. Okay, so we need you at low health. Let's just do that first. Then we need reflect and protect. Oh my god! Yeah, she was in yellow health.
A little luck never hurts.
Wait, did she get... It's fine, everything's fine. Like the fastest thing in the game, and I gave it haste. It's fine. Everything's fine. It's not yellow health. Give me a break. Can you hit yourself and not kill yourself? I think it was the double XP accessory. The double accessory I think gave double XP, and the other ones had it longer. Yuna, use the power of dankness. Alright, see if it works. What a silly accessory. What in the world?
My blade.
Oh my god. What a silly accessory. What the heck were they thinking? Oh, he used Dispel. I've never seen him do that. So, they made a mistake. Pretty sure they weren't, yeah. There's plenty of accessories in games that make you stronger at low health, and there's the samurai ability too, I think. What were they thinking with this? Wait. He died. Did he die? He died. Well. I have several questions. What happened here?
You're a real lifesaver. I guess you can always count on the Gullwings.
Adela, stop talking. Your voice acting is so bad.
Thanks.
You're dancing in
Bye.
place for some reason. Go away.
What a disaster.
Yeah, everyone's dead. Stop dancing.
I guess. It's all relative. This is nothing compared to what happened at home. Besides, what's done is done.
She turns around to everyone being dead and she goes, I guess.
You're pretty tough.
Other people died before, so I mean, whatever.
I smell something good.
It's burning flesh, Riku. It's the flesh of everyone that's burning in that fire.
Food?
Yeah, we whipped it up during the battle. As long as we're still kicking, we're gonna get hungry. Hunger's proof we're alive. We've got heaps of food. I don't suppose you're interested.
Go Wings at your service.
Yay, hot dogs. Alright, can I ask a perfectly reasonable question here? Everyone that kept telling me that the post-game in this game is so great, what happened with Catnip? Does that not just ruin the entire post-game? It wasn't even hard to get. I only had to get to floor 40, and I one-shot everything on the way to floor 40. And then I just get this item that completely annihilates the game. What, hello? Where's all the people that told me the post-game was so amazing? Did they just not use Catnip? It was nerfed in the remaster, apparently. But hello? Like what? Where's all the post-game defenders? What happened with Catnip? Did you just ban it in your playthrough? Because this is stupid. Is it just not that great in the final dungeon? Like, or is it like mandatory in the final dungeon? Like, when you get to the final floors, do you, like, literally have to catnip to even have a chance to win? Is that how hard it gets? Also, I got a ribbon. That's nice. It gets really hard. So, that's still not well balanced, because then you have to use catnip if it's that hard. So you basically just have to use Trigger Happy and Catnip to win the final floors. How is that well balanced? How is that fun if you literally have to use this accessory? That's so terrible. That's not good at all. That's bad. That's very bad. It's not even a build. You just put it on. Like, there's not even a build. You just put it on and use Trigger Happy or Dice. That's not a build. That's not something you have to work up to. You just equip it. Yeah, it's like a requirement to do the post-game then. No, we didn't establish it because I had many people tell me, oh, but the post-game is really gonna, it's super good. And this whole time I've been like, okay, well, at least the post-game's good. But hello? This is terrible. I hate this. And also, you only get one. So what? Only one character is usable now? I don't get it. I don't see how anyone defends the post game if this is the case. If you literally get this and win. Because for one, it's not a build, you just equip it. For two, it's so good that it either breaks what you're fighting or is required. And three, it wasn't hard to get. I had to go down 40 floors of an extremely easy dungeon where I one-shot everything to get it. Why even is the class system defendable? Everyone's been telling me the class system's really good, and if you just understood how the class system worked, you'd realize how great the game is. Catnip is the class system. You equip this and Gunner. Like, what's the point of getting any other abilities? So you can defend the person with Catnip? I don't get it. What's the point of even having... Everyone told me Dark Nut is incredible. Why? If you have this, what's the point of Dark Nut? Oh yeah, sure, the idea's great, but this trumps it. I went through all that work, and now it's just going to be Catnip the game, if I were to continue. Also, I could have gotten this before even finishing the game. I only had to go down 40 floors. And the 40 floors were easy. When I first walked in to that dungeon, I could have quickly gone to level 40, gotten this, and one-shot the final boss. And one-shot everything after that. I for sure think that if you were to not use Catnip, you know, like I said, the desert boss is designed really well. So it seems like without Catnip, he's a cool fight. But from what Chad is telling me, you legitimately need this to even do the end of the Infinite Dungeon. So what? That's horrible. And of course, I'm basing this on the game, not a challenge run where you don't pick up Catnip. So in terms of the game, that's horribly balanced, because you could just get this and win. Marsh says you can beat the final post-game boss without Catnip. But, I mean, people are saying it's like practically required with how much health they have, unless you really just completely grind it to oblivion. Whether or not you need it or not, in a regular playthrough, you're not going to not use this. And the problem is it takes no stats and no effort to get. At least in Final Fantasy X, yeah, the ultimate weapons two-shot the final boss, but it takes a lot of work to get those, and you still have to be strong for them to break damage limit. This takes nothing. I could be level 1. It just does 9s. I don't... What a mess. And again, it took no effort to get this. I could have gotten this so early. What a joke. Now, to be fair, you do need to be in yellow health. You can enter fights in yellow health, and I don't think there's any immunity in this game. So it's not like 8 where you could go into crit health and then like throw a hero. You need to be in crit health and get your attack off. So if you were fighting a boss that was mega fast and just blasted you, you know, it wouldn't work. But if you can survive a single turn, or just Phoenix down them, hit, die, Phoenix down them, hit, die. What in the world? What in the world? I don't understand. I don't understand. I was so close. I was so close to being like, hey, post-game's pretty good, guys. All right, moving on. But now, now I have a problem with the post-game. Like a big problem with the post-game. What a shame. I'm glad they fixed this in the remaster. Again, I feel like the remaster is going to be such a great experience. Honestly. Having it be part of 10 instead of its own game, having the fixes, it's going to be a much better experience. At this point, I can't even recommend the original at all. Just play the remaster if you're going to play it. I mean, I still need to play the remaster for itself, and apparently, like Flair had said, it has its own broken stuff. But that's fine. If it takes effort to get, that's fine. That's how the post-game should be. This took no effort. I could have gotten it as soon as probably I'm guessing the Infinite Dungeon unlocks on Chapter 5. So like the moment Chapter 5 started, I could have just ran and got this. What a joke. Just wow. Well, what a way to end. what a fitting end. Yeah, I mean, I'll spare you all the. I already talked about the game in general when we beat it, so I'll spare with that. But yeah, I just want to say thanks to everyone who voted to add this game to Fantathon. As I said at the start of the stream, I think this game is really great for Fantathon because it's a turning point in the series. Some people would say it's when Square jumped the shark. Other people would say it's just a time when they changed their kind of thought process with Final Fantasy and what they wanted to do with the series. They wanted to start making sequels, they wanted to start doing different variety of things with the games, not just make them another turn-based RPG with new characters. So it's an important game in the history of Final Fantasy. And yeah, it goes to show Enix and their ideas bringing to the table when it came to the series. So, and we had so many votes, like holy cow, the votes. You guys have been like just really on it and really make Fantathon what it is. So thank you for adding the game. I 100% enjoyed playing it. And yeah, it was fun to go back to this game. As a kid, I remember hating it. I still hate it. but I love it too. I love hate it. The next is going to be Final Fantasy XI, which is going to be very, very interesting. We'll talk more about that, though, when we get there. So, for now, that's it for Final Fantasy X-2. Hope you enjoyed the playthrough, and we'll see you in Final Fantasy XI.